Hey everyone. Well, today is going to be a little bit different. Actually very different from my normal DIY tutorial videos. I am going to be doing a home tour. Not because I feel like my home is super spectacular or amazing or whatever, but because my daughter believes in me. She feels that I have some good ideas and she helps me decorate. So I'm going to give her some credit there too. But together we kind of collab and put together some cute fun things. And yes, a lot of my tutorial videos that you've seen in the past if you follow me, those things that I create are here in my home, and I will link all of those tutorials of the items that you see in the description below. So just stay tuned, follow along, and get ready for my DIY farmhouse inspired home tour. Welcome to our home. We started our update and remodel I want to say 3.5, 4 years ago, because we woke up morning of New Year's Eve. I want to say it was 2017, and we had a busted pipe, and so it ruined, you know, the whole downstairs flooring, baseboards, and all that jazz. So perfect opportunity to replace our flooring and do a lot of cool updates. But, I'm just going to kind of briefly walk you through and show you some of the things that I have created and done DIY tutorials on. And I will link all those in the description, like I said before. But okay, we're gonna get started right over here. So first of all, this beautiful dresser and mirror. Guys, I picked this up at a garage sale. They were asking like a ridiculous amount, and I made them an offer and they said yes. So it was a yucky, yellowy, super yellowy color, and I painted it, and it is one of my favorite pieces. Okay, let's move on to my coffee table. Okay, my daughter that inspired me to do this video. Oh, there goes kitty cat. We have 2 cats, by the way. She helped me paint this, but it has been several colors. I used to be like into super bold, bright colors before the farmhouse movement. So this table was once turquoise and red, and you can kind of see that in here, which I love. My daughter helped me paint it the first time, and then, like I said, farmhouse movement came along and I painted it white. But this just basically started out as 2 palettes. So easy. I added 3 support pieces on each end to separate the palettes, added casters, and so super easy. Okay, right here on the coffee table, this is one of my DIY tutorial videos. It's a fun little tic-tac-toe game. I will link that in the description below. Okay, and now we're gonna move on over here to this piece, this armoire. Oh, there's our big fat cat, Scouty. Oh, first let me show you this little stool that Scouty's sitting on. I picked up at a garage sale for $2, and it was just a brown stool with a very old, ugly brown vinyl on it that was all cracked and gross, and I just brought that home, spray painted it white. And I had some burlap ribbon that you see there, and I just kind of wrapped it around it. So super cute find, very inexpensive. Okay, my neighbor was going to throw this out because it was missing a door up here. So I went to Home Depot, and they had a scrap wood pile in the back, and this super nice guy helped me find a piece of oak that happened to be just about the right size, and now it literally is my Christmas storage and some Halloween storage. So there's that. You're not going to be able to see very well here. Those are painter's tarps. I could not find curtains long enough, so I simply bought painter's tarps, cut them in long strips like this, and I do not sew. So I used hot glue and this sticky tape, double-sided sticky tape, to create my curtain rod pockets. So they are nothing spectacular. They serve the purpose and I love them. Okay, and now moving on to the fireplace here. Oh my goodness, if you could have seen them before, it was so 1990s. And again, that flood provided the opportunity for us to update and remodel. And I am so thankful that we did. This is so much better than it was. We did the airstone ourselves. I like it. I'm not a super fan because I feel like it's very flat. It's not as three-dimensional as I would like for it to have been. I like a little depth to a fireplace, but you know, it's all good. Then I have my super big palette hanging up there. This is just perfect for our style here, very rustic, gives it a little bit of that farmhouse flair, and I can interchange the wreaths on there to just totally change up the look with the holidays and all, but that was super fun. I just added a little bit of a stain to it and distressed it a little bit more. And then here's a wreath that I made. It is exactly what you think it is. It is a bicycle wheel, and it was black. I painted it white. You can see that the paint crackled off a little bit, but again, super cool because guess what? I love rustic. Added the flowers, and this is another one of my favorites. Okay, and now on over here to our dining area. Several of our kids have gotten married now, and when we have family gatherings, there are 8 of us, and I can only seat 6 comfortably at our other table, and I wanted to be able to seat all 8 of us comfortably, so we went with a very large square table. I love it because you see everyone's face all the time, and it's not your traditional round table, but I also don't love it because reaching across the table to get things is a little awkward. So yeah, but it just makes for good conversation. So we made this table ourselves. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier or not. I will link that tutorial. It's a super fast motion tutorial. It's just kind of a fun little video. I will link that in the description below as well. Okay, and so my chairs, I picked each of these up at either a garage sale or maybe Facebook Marketplace, or a friend gave me one that was hers as a teenager growing up. But I painted and distressed each of them. Okay, not each of them. There's still one that has yet to be painted. I don't know why I haven't painted it yet, but it happens to be one of my daughter-in-law's favorite chairs. So we're just gonna say that's her special chair. So anyways, that's just something super easy you can do to add a cute farmhouse look to your home. These were simply spray painted and distressed with sandpaper. So easy. Let's see, what else is over here? This gather sign. Everybody that comes seems to just really love this. These were shutters that my neighbor was going to throw out, and she asked me if I wanted them, and guess what? I did. She had quite a few sets, and so they sat in my barn for years. And I finally, well, actually I used them for displays at jewelry shows and stuff. So they were painted turquoise, which kind of still see the turquoise through that, but that's fine with me. And I used brackets to hold them together, and then painted them white, distressed them, and got this big gather sign from Hobby Lobby and just hung it on the front. And I love how it looks. So you can just do the coolest things with garage sale finds, things that people are gonna throw out, trash to treasure stuff. Yeah, that just makes super cool decor. Alrighty, the wall, oh my goodness. We get so many questions about this wall. It's a huge conversation piece. I'm trying to back up here so you can see the whole thing. Several people tried to discourage me from this. They thought it would be just a little bold and too much, but oh my goodness, I so love it. Yes, it's bold, it pops, it stands out, and that's what I wanted. So we did this with pine. It is just a little tongue and groove pine. We purchased it at Lowe's. It comes in, I wanna say 6 or 8 foot links. I think it's 8 foot. And like a 6-pack, yeah, a 6-pack of 8-foot length pieces, and we stained all the pieces and cut them into different sizes and just nailed them directly on the wall. Pretty unique look. I know a lot of people use pallet pieces to do this. This was honestly so much easier than pallet pieces. Pallet pieces are so uniform in size and width, so it would have been a lot of work to rip down each piece and get them all the same width and all. So buying these pre-made pieces and then just cutting them, staining them ourselves was so much easier. This same wood is right here on our ceiling. So this is what it looks like in the raw form before we stained it. And yes, my husband cut every single one of those, and I was up on scaffolding and installed every single one of those. He did such a great job seaming that all the way up. It seemed like it took forever, but it was so well worth it. We just really love how it turned out for us. Okay, and so now over here to this old Singer sewing machine. Guys, I've had this, I could say my whole life. I believe I received this as a gift from a super sweet elderly woman that our family was so very close to. She passed away many years ago and left this to me. So it is very special to me. And I had a friend that once wanted to refurbish it for me, and I said, no way. I love how distressed and rustic it is. I've never put a new finish on it. I just really like the condition that it was in, and I just want to keep it like that. Okay, so something we have not yet tackled in this house is this gargantuous staircase banister. I'm so at a loss. I even put it out there one time on Facebook asking for suggestions on what I should do to it. Should I paint it? Should I stain it, change it to match one of these stains? And you know, really when we did this wall, we actually tried to incorporate that same stain over there in the wall, and it does go together pretty well. Let me step back and give you the full view. It works. It's not horrible, but I feel like it could be so much more amazing if it was painted white or black. So if you have any thoughts on that, let me know in the comments down below. I would also like to get rid of that carpet that's on the stairs. I've considered doing just wood, but oh my goodness, I feel like that would make for so much noise in our house. Okay, so just working my way around the room here. My cross wall, oh my goodness, every single one of these crosses is so special to me. It was either given to me by a friend, or maybe I made it at a church retreat, something along those lines. But this one here, I did a tutorial video on. A very dear friend of mine showed me how to make this cross years ago. So I recently, well, about, I don't know, 6 months or so ago, did a tutorial video on that. We'll link it below. I also did a DIY tutorial video on this wire. So I will link that one in the description below as well. Okay, so way up here, you will see this big sign. I just really needed something to fill that giant space up there. So I made that sign. It was before I was so into pallet wood projects. So I just went to Lowe's and bought fence pickets, like cedar fence pickets. You know, they're just $1 or so a piece, and made the sign, bought the letters at Hobby Lobby, painted, distressed them, and created that beautiful sign. Okay, next, this right here is the entry down into the game room or my office. We are not gonna open that door because that room is a wreck. I mean, I have cleaned it up quite a bit, but it's just a real mess right now. But that is a sliding barn door, which has been so amazing. And yes, we did make that. And the other side is really beautiful. And I will link the tutorial video to the barn door in the description below. Okay, and so I think this is probably one of my most favorite little areas in our home, and it's kind of funny because it's just so tiny and small. So simply a door that leads into the laundry room. We are not going to go in the laundry room because it is not cute. I have done nothing to that laundry room. I have great plans for it, but you know, they just get put on the back burner. So this is again that exact same wood that you saw on my big feature wall. The little tongue and groove pine, put it on the wall, I painted it on the wall, and I distressed it on the wall. And I so love it. I thought about doing shiplap here, but I just kind of love this a lot. So, gotta keep focus here. My doors, I distressed all of our doors, painted them white and distressed them. I love that as well. And then, this just leads right into the little powder bath. The door used to be right there. So like you would be on the toilet and the door was right there, and we changed that, and I will show you why in just a few minutes. Okay, so I built these shelves. These are so incredibly simple, guys. These are just 1x6s and L brackets. Super easy. I think I used like American walnut stain on them and created those. Super easy, anyone can do that. Okay. I still need to paint this vanity. Someday I will. I want to show you my little towel hook here. I couldn't find a towel hook that I just loved when we redid this bathroom, so what did I do? I took a 1x6, painted it white, distressed it, and added a little knob on it to create a towel hook. Works perfect. And here's this bathroom door distressed. Okay, and so as you leave that area, you will enter our living room where we spend all of our time. That other one I was in is, I guess, what you would call a formal living room. Guys, there's nothing formal about my house. It's so lived in, like I said. The bathroom door that I was talking about used to be right there in the living room. So that was so awkward. Okay, so this piece, this was simply a dresser, and goodness, I can't even remember where I got this. I think someone gave it to me. Maybe I bought it at a garage sale. I honestly can't remember. There is no tutorial on this. Again, simply just sanded it down a little bit, deglossed it, painted it white. I did this in my kitchen because it was so stinking cold. It's been about a year ago that I did this. And distressed it. So I had my shop vac, my vacuum, everything in my kitchen whenever I was doing this because I didn't want sand everywhere. And then I kept the original pulls on it and just used a flat or matte black. And I love how this looks together. So here's another fun little decor piece that I made. This European mount skull was given to us by a neighbor who, I'm so thankful for all my neighbors, by the way. They know to call me when they have stuff they want to throw out because I will always take it and use it at some point in time in my life. So this, for example, just hung on the wall all by itself for a lot of years, and finally, whenever I did all the other remodel and farmhouse movement look, I created this super cute background with palettes and a picture frame. No tutorial on that, but it's very simple. Okay, so the red chair is not something that I necessarily wanted to keep, but it's my husband's absolute favorite. So I gave in and let him keep his red leather recliner. And it works, it's fine, it's great. This piece right here was I want to say my great-great-grandmother's. When I received it, it was a super dark burnt orange. I tried to rejuvenate it once before and painted it a reddish color back again when I was into super bold and bright colors. But then when we did the remodel and I was changing everything, I decided to put my own spin on it. it did not turn out like I expected. It turned out even better than expected. I painted it white right over all that orange and red, and then I got my sander and started sanding it, and it just revealed the most beautiful colors. And so I considered, you know, just painting over it because, like I said, it did not turn out how I expected. And then the more I looked at it, the more I fell in love with it, and I think it's perfect. So moving on over here, my fireplace. When we bought this house, that was a gray brick fireplace, and there was really nothing wrong with it. It just wasn't what I loved. So I first put this insert in it because we don't use the fireplace. So I made this. It is just a piece of wood paneling with slices. You can see here, they're not very thick, just slices of wood, and I used liquid nails and glued those all to the piece of paneling. About the decor on my mantle, that is an old window from a school here in our town. A friend of mine is a teacher at that school, and so it's maybe out of the gymnasium, I think, actually. So she snagged me a couple of these, and I just think that it was the perfect addition to my mantle there. And I just used a picture frame and a little lamb's ear wreath there to create that look, and a few other things. A super cute old lantern that my brother gave me, very rustic. So, okay, the fireplace itself, like I mentioned, it was gray, not my favorite. Wanted to update whenever we did all the other remodel. So I did the German smear technique on that. A friend of mine wanted to learn how to do it as well, so she came over and helped me, and we did a tutorial on that, so that will be linked in the description as well. Oh, I can't forget this sign down here. This is one of my tutorial videos too. I made that. That will be in the description too. Okay, just moving around the room here. My lamp. It's probably not my most favorite thing ever, but guess what? It was free. I scored a pair of these lamps, and they were very ugly whenever I got them. Okay, the base I did not paint. I left it just as it is, and I took the cover, the lampshade cover off, and used my leftover painter's tarp from my curtains in that other living room and just recovered it, and now I think it fits the room very well. You know, I didn't want to have to get new furniture whenever we did our remodel, so I just, you know, made the best of it and kind of tried to incorporate browns, blacks, grays, white, and just make it all work. Okay, this kitchen table I've had since my children were toddlers. Guys, it has so much character. The chairs are still just as scratched up, beat up, and banged up as possible. This table, just about, I don't know, maybe a year ago, I finally mustered up the courage to paint the top of it white. I wasn't even sure what I wanted to do. And it is, again, one of those things that didn't go as planned, but I do love it now. So the cool thing about all my furniture being rustic, you can't mess it up. I mean, there are fork marks. Well, some of it got sanded out, but there were fork marks, there were pencil marks, you know, when my kids would sit and do their homework when they were little, all in this table, and that was the most difficult part about painting it, was covering all that up, painting it and sanding it. So, love my table and chairs, and I do plan to keep this for a really long time because it's so sturdy and durable. My window treatment. Let's see if you can see that. These are, again, painter's tarps because I couldn't find anything that just jumped out at me when it came to little valances. So I shredded painter's tarp pieces, tore them, and created these valances. And I did do like a little fast motion video tutorial on this, so I will link that for you in the description below. But that's a super inexpensive, cute, fun way to create valances if you can't find what you love. Okay, and next, this is a note roll. No, I have a really hard time saying this. A note roll board that I made. I will link it in the description below for you. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna skip right over here to my buffet cabinet. Oh my goodness, again, one of my favorite pieces. This was literally sitting on the side of the road. It was awful. It was probably in the worst condition of anything I've ever picked up. I mean, I will have to put a picture. In fact, I may insert one right here for you, a before. So as you just saw, it started out awful, then I transformed it. And Farmhouse movement, I decided to paint it and distress it, put a new top on it, and just make it, you know, really fit with the rest of the house. The mirror started out as 1x6s. A friend of mine was taking down a fence and gave me all their scrap lumber and wood leftovers from their fence. So I pulled these pieces out, built that frame, and then the actual mirror I purchased at a garage sale for $1, and then just mounted it on to the wood frame that I made. So that is one of my favorite pieces as well. Like I said, you're gonna hear that a lot, my favorite piece, but it is so true. Okay, my coffee bar. Again, just one of those little shelves that I created with, this one is a 1x6, I guess, also, and L brackets to hold it up. Just makes for a great little coffee bar shelf. This piece, oh my goodness, my dad bought me this piece probably 20 something years ago, and it is so very special to me. My kids have already, a couple of my kids have already dibsed it when I'm gone, so it's kind of funny. So I do hope that that stays in the family for a very long time. Okay, and now onto the kitchen. So I'm gonna try to put a before picture in here for you. And then as you can see, here's the after. So like you just saw before, the cabinets were just, you know, kind of that traditional dark oak, very 1990s. And I had been wanting to change them for a very, very long time. So again, whenever that little flood happened, took the opportunity to make all the changes. So I actually used a gel stain on the bottoms to get the black. I don't recommend it. It's beautiful, but it was so time consuming. Temperatures had to be just perfect for the dry time and all. I think painting them black, I could have achieved the exact effect that I wanted as well. But you know, it is what it is, lesson learned. The uppers, I just painted them white and distressed them. I'll show you a close-up of that in just a second. Still need to replace our vent hood. I want a stainless steel one there, so eventually we will do that. So let me just give you a good little up close on my distressed. And these were actually easier than I thought they were gonna be. It's a lot to take on. It's a huge project to take on if you're doing it yourself. So I recommend patience and time. It took me, all in all, about 3 weeks, and I was working literally sun up till sundown on these. I did all the work by myself, and I even took some shortcuts that, you know, I read up on, got other professional advice on, and it seems to have worked great. So, unfortunately, no tutorial video, but definitely before and afters. Still have not updated my backsplash. This was original to the house. I did, in fact, use grout stain, I believe that's what it's called. I can link that in the description as well. And I individually painted each and every one of those grout lines. Oh my goodness, talk about time consuming. Yes, there are dishes in my sink. Like I said, my house is lived in and we keep things real here. My countertops, butcher block, I had so many people trying to talk me out of this, and I am so glad I did not listen. I absolutely love my countertops. We purchased them at Lowe's. I believe we bought we bought 3 slabs and had someone else install them, and he did an amazing job. My daughter-in-law's dad did these, and he did such a great job seaming them together. I need to clean them. He just really did a great job on that, like I said. So I'm gonna just show you here. This is why I need a new backsplash, because when my husband and I were removing the original countertops and preparing for these, we busted some of the tiles, and my plan is to just go with traditional, well, the new white subway tiles. So, showing you the flaws. This was leftover butcher block pieces, and my son engraved that for us. And we actually gave each one of our kids a chalk block like this with our last name or their last name engraved on it. So they will always have a piece of our home in theirs. So that about covers it all. That is my pantry, and we will not be opening those doors. I do not keep an organized pantry. My daughter gets, you know, an inkling every now and then, and she will organize it, and I truly appreciate that. Oh, I did forget to show you this. I did make another one of those painter's tarp balances for above my little kitchen window here. So yeah, not all of our projects are complete, but for the most part, they are. Okay, and so I ran you upstairs real quick to show you this. I can't believe I almost forgot. Last February, we did this total remodel on my daughter's bathroom. Very farmhouse. Love it so much. There's those wood shelves again. So yeah, shiplap, the round mirror, just super farmhouse, love it all. The vessel sink. I did a whole video just on the remodel of this bathroom, so I will link that below. And even like this shower curtain, I'll give you the link to that too. I got that off of Amazon. I made her, she was wanting somewhere to hang her jewelry, so I did her these cute little jewelry hooks, and there's a tutorial on that that'll be in the description too. So anyways, just wanted to give you the quick tour, but definitely go watch the video of this whole makeover. And my daughter's bedroom. She's super organized and does a great job with her shelving. She changes it up quite often and just keeps it really aesthetically pleasing. So she's done a great job in here. There's her cute little desk that my husband made her. I really wish we would have had a little video on that, but we don't. It's fairly simple. She has great taste. Lots of cute stuff. I so love her new board here. She's got her kitty cats that she loves, and just made that all just really eye-pleasing. So I hope you enjoyed my home tour. Things are not perfect, not everything is complete, but it's just our home, and we just try to make it as comfortable as possible. And like I had told you in the beginning, so many things in my home are roadside treasures, things that I picked up on the side of the road, someone was throwing out, or I found on Facebook Marketplace or something like that. But I just want to encourage you to be creative. If you are driving down the road and you happen to see a dresser or a nightstand or a vanity, whatever on the side of the road that looks salvageable, go for it. Pick it up, watch YouTube videos, message me. I will help guide you as much as possible. But just get creative and have fun. And while you're here, I hope that you will like, subscribe, and follow my channel. And just stay tuned for more DIY tutorial videos. Thanks for watching.